I lost my name at the Lilies of Monet. There in the glass maze, it flew up, a dove from my hair, into a gaping staircase. I sat small on a square cushion. A couple strolls in front of the pastel canvases. The man sets his hand on the neck of his girlfriend in a moment of exquisite familiarity. She stares forward. All the little sadnesses of the quotidian are, in this moment, invisible to her. The room turns in the human tide, and we, in this glassy enclosure, gathered by a shared artistic hunger, rest oblivious to our commonalities. The art of reflection favors an inscrutable soul of curious melancholy. The paint is sinking into the sunlight white of the canvas, and amidst the disappearing blossoms, all we see are the knockoffs with which we are so familiar. We sigh, secretly betrayed that the originals are so like the replications. A woman like a square in a dress listens loudly to her recorded tour. The pastiche of blue spectrum color tones and melange of water and sky leave you singularly calmed. She checks her watch. I'm reminded of a time in my youth. Asphalt to my back, I watched the moon move when suddenly I was afraid that I saw only a ceiling concealing a bashful sky. Years later, someone told me, "No, silly, there is a width to each ceiling, but the sky goes on forever." A man stands close to the lilies, as if searching to smell the traces of Monet's wrists. I read once that the enamel on the keys of an antique piano can be worn away in places by the repetitive weight of fingertips. The air around the lilies is like this, worn thin by the press of numerous eyes. The man starts, resettles his shoulders encased in a brown suit jacket, and wanders quickly away from his wonderings. The hair of another woman is twined in a silk scarf. She pours prose into a notebook, her handwriting tiny pressed flowers. Inside, the lilies fold and fold, but outside, February snow curls between skyscrapers. Across the street, a man curls over a papered desk. A candle perches in a windowsill, tiny lighthouse. One night in Rochester, there was a northerly snow. I curled in a hotel room armchair, my mother's back huddled and sleeping. A floor below, a black satin woman with a chestnut chignon tilts with papery wrist and amber champagne flute to kiss the toast of her silk-shirted beau. The next room is dark, and inside, a man envisions too this testament to the monotony of adult life. We dress ourselves in lines. Little snow pyramids settle upon lampposts and cobbles, and ivory trumpet vines explore the fabric of my chair. On other floors, people behave as they do when watched by nobody, not even the spectator of their own thoughts. Tiny, private moments, fleeting as the one between death and sleep. As we grow old, we sow pockets of emptiness around us. Here, the paintings and people are movie stills, and the stillness sticks to me so that I long to sing but lose my throat. I am a deaf person in a crowd of deaf people who feel falsely whole. My mother was also at the museum. She doesn't feel well. She slumps against the wall beneath where the painting stops, and when she closes her eyes, things begin to disappear. This building forbids us to forget the weather. I am cold, and the rose and lilac lilies are sleeping under pond waters of a sapphire darker and deeper than my soporific eyes. I am eating velvet, and it will be a long time before I hear again.